What's going on, everyone? So let's dive into Jarred Vanderbilt. Now, obviously, Jarred Vanderbilt, a lot of questions going around on will he be healthy and ready to start the beginning of the season. He is expected to miss training camp as well as preseason, but so far, still question mark about the regular season. Obviously, we want him back sooner rather than later, but also in the same breath, I'd rather him take his time, right? Obviously, there's concerns because he already missed all of last season. He was supposed to be healthy. He was supposed to be good. They said he was healthy in game 5 or whatever of the NBA, the first round of the playoffs. And now he's hurt again. It's definitely a concern, right? And it's definitely something to keep an eye on because he may end up dealing with like a chronic foot issue. We've seen lots of players deal with those types of things. Many of them are out of the league not too long. Jarred Vanderbilt, when he is healthy, he is one of, if not the best on-ball perimeter defenders in the league. And it's not really even that close. Like, the dude is A1. The numbers, the eye test, everything backs it up. It's not just how good he is defensively, it's how much ground he covers, right? We've seen him match up against guys like Kyrie and then go defend a bigger guy in Luka. Seen him defend Steph and then switch over and defend a guy like Draymond, right? Like, his defensive versatility is very few and far between in this league. We've seen Lakers are a middle-of-the-pack team defensively with Anthony Davis. Just Jarred Vanderbilt being added to the team immediately made them the number 1 defense. Because Anthony Davis covers so much ground in and of itself, and then you pair him with a guy that does the same. I mean, we joked about it all the first playoff run, how it's like he's teleporting. It's like he's over here, and he's just using instant transmission like he's Goku. He's just here, and then there, and then there, and there. It's crazy how much ground he covers defensively. Also, his impact on multitude of ways outside of just the defensive side of things, right? And even the offense. And yes, I said the offensive side. Obviously, he's not a guy that can shoot well, but he does generate offense in other ways, right? Creating live ball turnovers lead to more opportunities for the Lakers to score, right? Getting offensive rebounds, getting defensive rebounds, right? Getting steals, period. Right? Keeping balls alive for other guys to get. Right? All of these little things are difference makers, particularly on the offensive side, and then obviously the defensive side. And Darvin Ham actually did a good job of putting him in actions to make him at least a viable offensive player. Right? Chances are he's probably not going to be an elite shooter. If he ever does become that, he might be the best 3-and-D guy in the league. You're praying Jarred Vanderbilt becomes like a 38% three-point shooter and stays healthy. Because if that ever happens, good luck, right? He's just that good on the defensive side of things. But everything with him and his role is really going to boil down to health, right? I would rather him miss 20 games to start the season so he can play the other 62 than him rush back to play the first 20 games and end up missing the last 62. Right, so to me, it's take your time with Jarred Vanderbilt. You don't need to rush him back early on. I mean, obviously, it depends on how the Lakers start because the Lakers do have a grueling schedule. But I do have faith in this team. I do believe that this team can at least stay afloat until we get Jarred Vanderbilt back. But people always, I see comments all the time where like, Jarred Vanderbilt isn't a difference maker, but he absolutely is. What do you think? Like, the Lakers lineups and point differential is like almost a made-up number when Jarred Vanderbilt's on the court. Last season, our best 5-man unit was with Jarred Vanderbilt. It's just Darvin Ham didn't play him when he was healthy, and then he missed pretty much the entirety of the season. And then we saw the impact that he had in that playoff series. Yes, did he get played off the court in the Denver series? Yes, but I also think that a lot of that was just Darvin Ham. Right? Darvin Ham did not do a good job making adjustments and making changes and correcting things when Denver kind of was doing their thing. And you saw that again this past season. Right? Jarred Vanderbilt didn't even play. So it wasn't like, oh man, but he could have been a difference maker. At the end of the game, in those 2 game winners that Jamal Murray hits, guess who's probably on him? Jarred Vanderbilt if he's healthy. Right? Let's say he makes one. He's not making both. Right? Like he's not making both of those on Jarred Vanderbilt. He probably doesn't even make either on Jarred Vanderbilt. You're talking about a completely different series. But I'm also okay with Jarred Vanderbilt being like an assignment and a limited guy, right? Obviously, if you can get him to play 30 minutes a game and do it effectively, that's great. But with his lack of shooting, right? It does make a lot of sense to kind of just utilize him as that spot guy. Basically giving him 15 minutes a game or whatever, or let's say 4 minutes a quarter. And you're telling him, like, your sole assignment is that guy right there. You stop him and you shut him down. And for 4 minutes a quarter, getting 16 minutes a game, that's all he's doing. Don't worry about anything else. Obviously, you know, play within the offense, play within whatever. But, like, your number one focus and assignment is to not get off of that guy. Do not move from that guy. Stick to that guy like glue. Right? And Jarred Vanderbilt is more than capable of doing that. We've seen him do it. I mean, look, go watch the highlights of that Golden State Warriors series and watch Jarred Vanderbilt on Steph Curry. It was almost like a video game, a pro player versus a little kid trying to get out of like it was crazy. You're talking about one of the greatest players ever, just nowhere to go, right? And they're setting screens and they're doing everything to try to just get Steph, and Vando's just right there, goes and helps, and then recovers and bounces right back to block the shot. I mean, it's just, again, it seems made up. It seems like somebody edited it to make it look better than it was. But no, that's really how it went, right? And that's the beauty of Jarred Vanderbilt. But I'm fine with him being a spot guy, especially when you kind of look at the shape and the makeup of this roster, right? Like, from a 3 through 5 standpoint, chances are you're starting Anthony Davis at the 5 and LeBron at the 4, right? But Anthony Davis wants to play more 4. Which, what happens if that happens is now LeBron's playing more likely the 3, and that just takes minutes away from other guys playing the 3. Chances are Rui is probably going to start as your 3, at least until Vando gets back. I do think if Vando's healthy, I do think personally you go with Jarred Vanderbilt to better balance the starting unit. But in the meantime, I imagine Rui Hachimura is the guy that they'll probably start, right? And so the problem is that, okay, let's say at the 5-minute mark, you kind of do the musical chairs. Anthony Davis slides to the 4, LeBron slides to the 3, and you bring in Jackson Hayes, right? Or Koloko or whomever, right? Okay. Well, now, if LeBron's going to play 15 minutes a game, let's say 15 minutes a game at the 3 spot, 20 minutes a game at the 4. Anthony Davis plays, let's say, 20 minutes at the 5, 15 minutes at the 4. Probably going to play around 35 minutes a game, I'd imagine. 32, whatever, but somewhere in that ballpark, right? Ideally, you'd love to see them playing 30 or under 30 minutes, but more often than not, probably playing around 35 minutes. So, okay, there you go. Well, if LeBron plays 15 minutes at the 3, then that leaves you 33 minutes for everybody else to be divided at the 3 spot, right? So you have Rui Hachimura, who's probably playing, say, 25 minutes maybe, at least. So that now leaves you, what, 8 minutes? Right? Roughly. Maybe you can squeeze Rui in at the 4 on occasion. Get him a couple minutes at the 4. So maybe he's playing like 22, 23 minutes at the 3. So that frees up 10 minutes at the 3 for a Dalton Connect or a Jarred Vanderbilt. But if you have Vando as like that assignment guy, where a guy is just busting us up, and you kind of can manage his minutes, make sure he's healthy as possible throughout the course. Because it takes a lot of energy. That's part of the reason why he got hurt, is because he's putting so much stress on his legs and the movement and stuff. He doesn't get the luxury of just like, oh, I'm going to just stand here and play the scout role. No, he has the toughest defense assignment every single night, and he's got to go 110% every single night to justify him being on the basketball court, because he's not a great shooter. If he was a great shooter, on occasion you could take that off, but you also don't want him to do that, right? So I don't hate the idea of him just kind of being your assignment guy, him being the guy that just kind of slots in, plays 15, 16 minutes a game in various roles, right? Play him at the 2 on defense and slot him at the 3 or 4 on offense, but position sake. Again, this is the NBA. This isn't your local Y or anything like that where, yeah, the point guard has to be the point guard and the two guard has to be the two guard. No, it's the NBA. You could start Anthony Davis at 2 if you wanted to and run 3 bigs, however you want to do it, right? It's the NBA. Teams, LeBron started 1 through 5 before, right? Like, so to have Jarred Vanderbilt is usually slotted at the 2 anyway on defense because he's usually defending the point guard, right? So he's usually slotted technically at the 1. Right? He's always at the top of the key in the perimeter. That's where your 2 or your 1 is slotted. So on defense, they even just put him. I've even made the argument bringing Austin Reeves off the bench and just going D'Lo, Vando, Rui, LeBron, and AD. Especially if you want, like, Rui gives you the offense. You're bigger, right? Rebounding is a real point of emphasis. Well, if you have Jarred Vanderbilt and now Rui crashing the glass with LeBron and Anthony Davis, you money. And then again, on offense, or on defense, defense, Jarred Vanderbilt's at the 2. On offense, you could have LeBron slotted at the point, D'Lo slotted at the 2, Rui slotted at the 4, Vando slotted at the 3, and AD at the 5. Same thing. You're fine, right? You go that positionless role. I don't hate that idea either. But look, if Jarred Vanderbilt's healthy, he's going to make an absolute impact. There's no question. There's no doubt. There's no like, oh, well, maybe. No, he's one of, if not the best perimeter on-ball defender in the entire league. The numbers back it up. The numbers say he is. And the eye test says he is. I believe he is. But I know some people are going to look at it as, well, of course you think so. He's a Laker. No, again, go do the research yourself. Don't take my word for it. I tell people all the time, like, if you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm lying, or you think I'm exaggerating something, go look it up. Take the time. Educate yourself. Please. And then come back and make that argument. Because I'm telling you, Jarred Vanderbilt that dude is absolute A1. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think, Jarred Vanderbilt, he's the key? He's the guy that's going to, have a huge impact on the defense side. Do you like him on assignment in that, like, specialty role? Or do you think, like, no, he needs to play 20, 25 minutes a game no matter what? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.